As you can see, in 1988 it was a mass start compared to today where we have elite runners leaving at different times. And it was very simple. They fire the gun and 50,000 people tear off down the street.
Russ Cameron was there when Bloomsday 1988 set a then record for all-time racer registration. He watched Washington State star Peter Koech nose out Botswanan Matthews Motswaratu.
Peter Koech! Way to go, gentlemen! Congratulations!
20 years later, it's still one of the closest finishes in Bloomsday history. That's the same day Ann Audain won her 6th straight title. But those memorable moments happened at the finish line. It's what happened at the start Russ Cameron remembers most.
They had limited room on the truck, so to make more room, they built a kind of a platform off the back of the truck, constructed of 2x4s and plywood.
That truck was supposed to stay in front of the elite male runners for the duration of the race, and Cameron was supposed to stay on it.
And you're off, Bloomsday 1988.
But yeah, it's something I'll never forget, you know.
Creme 2 photographer Al Lozano was there that day too. He was on the right truck.
When that happened, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye because I was in a smaller truck right next to the large media truck. I knew something had happened because the truck had taken off by now. At this point, the truck's usually a little bit further in front of the runners, but it hadn't taken off, and I thought, oh, something's wrong.
At the exact moment, more than 50,000 runners tore loose and went for broke. Something else tore loose. That platform collapsed and sent 5 full-grown men toppling onto the ground.
As the runners started to come towards us and the truck's not moving, well, they're making up ground. Someone on the truck starts yelling, "Go, go, go," and the driver pops the clutch on the truck and it lurched forward, and that's when the scaffolding on the back collapsed. As you can see here, it's just a pile of people, and we're all scrambling for our safety.
Seconds later, Cameron and 4 others, including a Sports Illustrated photographer, were in more trouble.
I looked up, and all I could see were, over 10,000 pair of running shoes coming at my head, and immediately thought, I've got to get out of here, or I'm going to get trampled to death.
Creme 2's Paul Seebeck, who managed to stay on the back of the truck, jumped into the street to help just as the racers arrived.
Are you okay?
A little dazed, KHQ photographer Aaron Stadler stands up and raises his hand, signaling he's just as confused about what happened as the racers bearing down on him.
Well, I didn't really think. I just reacted, just moved out of the way as fast as I could, and I was so concerned about getting out and getting a fair start. There was always a possibility that somebody had hit me, but boy, I was just trying to get out of there.
Looking back 20 years later, hindsight is, well, 20/20.
Looking back on this, and I've had 20 years to look at this and to think about it, it wasn't any one particular event. It wasn't nothing that you could really single out was the fault of the accident.
I guess I am glad I wasn't on the truck itself, but had I been, I would have been okay.
We had a lot of people on that platform. We had more people on there than we should have. When you look at the 6 people in camera gear, we were well over 1,000 pounds on a structure made out of 2x4s and plywood. Maybe not the brightest idea,